Anyhow, Rick, it's getting late for you, sorta, and
I have nothing pending tomorrow except for city inspections, so I just want to stay up all night and chat with you guys, if it's okay with you. I'm sure.
Warning: this podcast may not be suitable for viewers of all ages. If you are easily offended or lack a sense of humor, you may want to cancel your internet service. Here we go.
I am so tired of being the top 1% and having to pay for the 52% that are sitting on the corners selling their crack and drinking their 40 ounces. Okay, I'm tired of that.
what's up, YouTube? Kerr here. This is going to be the start of our crazy broadcast, podcast, and this is where we're going to just upload videos of us talking about things. This one was kind of not really set up in the way of a podcast. We were just talking. I happened to be recording, but I think it's pretty good. And the way I'm going to present it to you guys is going to be good as well. I think it should be entertaining. You might find it offensive. I'm sorry. Otherwise, you won't, and you'll laugh your ass off. So, till next time, guys.
Lied to us for how long
Is that a serious
now?
question?
No, it's not. You could tell because he was kind of giggling about it afterwards.
You ever seen Wag the Dog?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the movie Animals?
Guys, these are all movies.
Pink Floyd? Hey, you know the House of
Yeah, Pink Floyd's actually a huge one. The Animals album.
Okay.
Yeah, you know
It's
that-
exactly
It's
based
about the
on
British
that album. Is
government.
based
I'm
on their
talking about the
government.
United States.
Yeah, but they're doing the same shit.
Hell no, they have
It's
a
no
queen.
different.
Any country that has a woman running it's off its rocker.
Really? Because they're doing a hell of a lot better than we are.
Are they though?
Yes.
In what ways? In which ways?
Well, for one, their national debt isn't as big as ours. That's for damn sure.
What's the population versus population?
South Korea.
Okay, we got more populated. We got more people over here, but still.
Now, do you think?
China
And I'm
packs 'em
being
in like
serious
sardines.
here, and I'm asking to, because I don't know the answer, but do you think our government's saying, man, we got everybody fooled. We have no idea what we're doing. We're just gonna pretend we do, and let's just hope that our country doesn't go under.
Well, right now he's sitting there just like, oh man, I hope this plan works.
The government is doing what they want to do, and they have been doing it since Obama got in. He signed more executive orders than they have in the past 30 years.
Yes, we know. Everybody knows.
Salty,
Obama.
salty, 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 salty.
I'm here,
You
and I'm
remember you
here.
and I driving in Phoenix one day coming home?
No.
And we were driving down a side street somewhere, and we saw this tent and it says "Free Government Phones."
Oh,
You
yeah,
remember-
that's when we went to Junkyard Bob's.
Junkyard Bob's. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that?
Hey, I think that's
That was
cool
a-
that the government's giving drug dealer burnable cell phones.
But you know what I'm saying though? It was in the middle of a vacant lot.
Yeah, with a painted sign. I remember that. But no,
Did you guys know this? That Verizon's owned by the government? Verizon is
Really?
a government-owned cell phone company, and Verizon, I know they can do this almost with pretty much any phone now, but the only thing they can't do is track phones. But the only
they
like
can't
Verizon
track
really
phones.
bad.
No, track.
No,
phones
I said
are
track phones.
Our name.
Ah,
The name of it is called track phone.
Track
It's
phones
like
are
the
sold
most
like
shittiest thing you could possibly buy.
in Walmart and stuff like that.
Yeah, you get them for $20. Anyway, Verizon is owned by the government, strictly owned by the government. There's no other owner but the government, and
What?
they can actually take screenshots of your face, what you're doing, who you're
Who
calling.
told you this
without-
crazy information?
It was on CNN.
What?
Yeah.
Well, not only that, if like myself, I know a lot of people, and I actually know
You know,
a-
3 of us.
I know one of my buddies works for Verizon, and he is the what do you call senior VP of like I guess a district, but he covers basically the whole East Coast of the United States, and he travels to different stores to see how they're doing. Anyway, so he says they are government owned. All their phones, you can take the battery out, and there's an internal battery right behind the screen. It's very small. It only lasts up for about an hour and a half. The government can keep that on, and they can watch everything you're doing, hear everything you're doing. Verizon has he showed me a list. They have so many words. When you say that word, it triggers the phone. It automatically starts recording. The government's listening to everything. You laugh.
You guys are crazy. Do you hear yourself?
Dude, you really think I'm crazy? Verizon is owned by the government. Are you? All right.
Okay,
Dude,
first
have
of all, Verizon's a publicly traded company.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Fucking government owned.
It is not government.
It's government owned.
No,
Yes,
it's
it
not.
is.
No, sir. It is not government.
That's
owned.
why his paycheck. That's why his paycheck comes from the government. It's a government issued check. I saw his pay stub. I know he's not
Dude,
lying.
I don't believe that for a second. I can only
Okay.
believe it if I saw it. Okay.
All right. Well,
There's
next
a lot
time
of
he
things
comes
you don't
over.
believe that you don't see. You know, I mean, you might as well not believe in anything then,
I believe what I believe in because I believe it, but
because it's in your face, right?
well,
Exactly.
facts are facts. Facts
Okay.
are facts.
Next time he comes over. Next
I mean,
time he
who's
says,
to
"Hey
say
man,
the
how you doing?"
government
I'm
doesn't
gonna
own
be like,
Skype and they're listening
"Bring
to this
your."
call right now?
They can be.
Who doesn't?
You're connected to the internet. Not even the. Okay,
Who's
the government.
to say the government doesn't own the monopolies that control all of our telecommunications in general? Who's to say that they can't see everything? And
Well, they
if
can. I'm just saying, Verizon strictly is owned by a government, by the government. Like AT&T is all their own shit.
All right, let me ask you this question. Let's just.
Let me let you know this. Next time he calls me or texts me, say, "Hey, what are you doing tonight?" Nothing. Bring your pay stub so I can take a snapshot of it so I can send it to somebody. I'm telling you, it's the federal check that comes from the government that he gets.
Yeah. How come he doesn't do direct?
There's an
deposit?
ID. Listen, there's an ID number on every pay stub. He's shown this to me. Every check any Verizon employee gets, there's an ID number. If you were to run that ID number through the government system, it would pull up as an government official check. They're not owned by anybody but the government.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and need you to come in on Sunday.
Yeah. So my question. Okay. So what I'm looking at is about a year ago, the FBI had to go to the United States Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court to require that Verizon provide the NSA with data for certain calls. Now, this kind of sounds like what you're saying, although they had to get, it mandated by a judge in a court of law to get this information. But what you're saying is they shouldn't even have to.
That was
do
a smoke cloud.
Oh my god.
You never know.
Is
They
this
do so much
conversation
shit.
really 3 against 1 right now because you guys are all paranoid?
But there's only
crazies?
3 of us people that are realistics. You're far up in the clouds somewhere.
No,
Let's get with it.
Let's,
Okay, either the train is moving or it's not. Jump on it and go with us.
let's just think about this whole thing for a second though. So, if all this bad stuff is happening, okay, that you say it is,
Are you
Ukraine's
so suspicious that you are just being one of the 52% of the
He's in a bubble.
dummies out there?
He's in a Minecraft bubble.
I am not in a bubble.
He's in his CAD bubble.
If what you say, if Ukraine's gonna take over Russia and Iraq's gonna kill Obama,
Ukraine's not taking over Russia.
and we're gonna start drinking vodka like water.
You're like El Sico and El Segunda.
What's okay? So when's the end of the world gonna happen? Because that's
Who
what
said
it sounds
anything
like.
about the end of the world?
It's gonna
My
because
cup is half full, not half empty.
all I know is if a foreign country owns the Federal Reserve, we basically have no
It's not a
control
foreign
of our-
country. It's an international banking system that owns the. No country owns
The
it.
European Union has an
The
international
European Union didn't start till recently.
banking system about 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's pretty recent when you compare it to the years.
The Fed's been around for 80 years, right? But you're saying that this
I didn't
was.
say it was the European Union that started the Fed.
You said it was England or something, right?
No, it's an international banking system.
Okay, where did that get set up?
Do I gotta go look all this information up just to show it to you?
Well, you got to do something more than just say you heard about it or
I
saw
don't have
about
to
it.
convince you. If you want to be asleep and not even pay attention, then that's your choice.
You can't just cry wolf and then don't show me the wolf.
We're not crying wolf.
I think that's exactly what we're doing here.
No, you're trying to screw the sheep right now, bud.
I think if you're curious,
Right now, the only
Yeah.
country actual Verizon owns, is Canada. They're the only ones that haven't been taken over by the government. But And
what?
listen, their government hasn't taken over Verizon yet, and they're still debating on it.
Why do you think?
all the authorized retailers here in the states,
phone
55% of
company?
their shit
Right.
is owned by the government, as well as all the corporate stores.
How do you know they're owned by the government and the corporate stores? Where are you getting this intel?
Basically, the government bought them out. Let's just say that.
When did the government buy them
technically
out?
kind of bought them out. Huh?
When did they buy them out?
It doesn't say. It says it bought them out, and then 55% of the authorized retailers who are independently owned by an investor, 55% of that store is the government. So technically, the investor doesn't actually even own a full store. They're partnered with the government, technically, if you really think about it.
Franchise.
Okay.
I need information here. I don't need you to tell me something. I need hardcore data.
I just read that strictly off the internet.
Did you read that from theonion.com or what?
No, I read that up from Verizon.
From Verizon's website.
I typed in Verizon is owned by government, and it typed in Verizon-government. If you notice in the HTML, where the address goes, it says Verizon Wireless-government.html. Did you know that?
Come on. I see the 55% thing. However, the 55% holds true to something else.
I am really screwed.
Well, the 45% goes to the retailer, the actual investor.
There was a merger.
It sounds like you don't want to
Verizon
believe
and
that the government
Vodafone
owns
for
anything.
$90 billion.
I mean, the government owns everything.
Verizon
The house,
owns 55%,
your
which is
cars,
held through Bell Atlantic.
everything.
24.2% and 30.8% respectively are owned by Vodafone and what is it? PCS Nucleus LP and JV Partner Co LLC. So,
AKA
Government-owned companies, I guarantee it.
dude, you guys are funny.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You're making me so mad. I just pulled my cable right out of the. God, how come somebody with your intelligence be so stupid?
You know what? Here's
The
okay.
government owns
Here's
so much shit that you don't even know about.
Here is the thing about this, and you know what? You can
You
disagree
know what,
with me.
Kurt? I always said your whole life, you're a very intelligent people. You're a very intelligent person with no frickin' common sense.
You know the family-owned business I used to work for, Love Heat and Air? 75% of that's now owned by the government. You want to know why? Because they do government jobs for people who can't afford heating and air conditioning.
That
So
doesn't
the
mean
government
they
pays
own
for
it.
it. Listen, so the government pays for it. Well, the government said, okay, well, since you can do this, we're going to own you. We're going to own your company and tell you to do this. I worked there. We had to do these government jobs. If we didn't do them, they shut your company down. I'm telling you right now,
my
it's as real as it
God.
gets. Phil, who used to own the company, sold it to his two sons. Wasn't even planning on retiring. When all this shit went down, he sold it to both of his sons because he did not want to go down with the company. And now look at it.
Okay.
They had to fire 2 people because the government keeps wanting more and more money from them.
So are they're like the Italians, and they're offering protection to these companies if they don't
Actually, you could say that. Yes, you could say that. I mean, they're offering okay, what makes you think, okay, oh, Obama's giving us health care, it's bullshit, but he's giving it to us, it's free, whatever. Okay, how are you gonna say he's not gonna want to ask for something back here in the near future? Hitler, Stalin, Mussolini? You laugh, dude, I'm telling you.
Okay. Let's just stop for a second. I want to bring up a little thought process. Just think about it.
If you're making fun of us, I'm gonna start eating Doritos, Fritos.
No. Here's what I want to say. Like, I want you to think about this. Okay. So let me just think about this before I actually say it, so it makes sense in your head as well as mine. All right. So I set up a phone with Verizon, right? And let's say like I use his cell phone for everyday purposes, and let's say I become let's say I start selling testosterone in the black market.
Yeah, they could take pictures of your face and you wouldn't
How
even know
much?
it.
I'm telling a story here.
For
So
how
like I'm doing big with all the bodybuilders. We're getting them testosterone and steroids, and I'm using that cell phone. And like, let's say this one guy, you know, I sell him some stuff, and he doesn't have money to buy the steroids from me anymore, so he gets mad at me, right? So he goes and tells the police officer. He says, hey, that guy is selling steroids, right? And this cop's like, I'm going to bust this mother trucker. And
Fucker.
then, you know, so the cop comes and visits me. He goes, hey, better be careful. Is that a Verizon phone? Oh, it is, isn't it? Yeah, well, the government can listen to your phone calls, so you might want to tone it down. So me, as the respectable individual I am, I'm like, holy crap, I don't want the government to know I'm selling steroids, so I stop. And everybody that I talk to that has a Verizon phone, I say, dude, the government can listen to your conversations if you have a Verizon phone. Stop, just listen for a second. So those people, they tell their friends, and their friends tell their friends, and their friends tell their friends, right? So all of a sudden we have this group of people that believe that Verizon Communications is in cahoots with the government, or, quite frankly, is owned by the government, and that any conversation, or let's even go further, they know what websites you go to, they can take pictures of your junk when you're not looking, they can do all sorts of things because they own the cell phone. What?
The NSA does it.
Okay, that's not the point. The point is all of a sudden we have a whole bunch of people believing something that started from one cop trying to leverage some kid because he was selling steroids to bodybuilders. Do you get how that makes sense? Do you get, like, how this story balloons into something that doesn't even exist? Because I just searched rigorously on the internet, and you might think it's the wrong place to look, but it does hold media articles, and it does hold some factual information at some point. And nothing says the government owns Verizon.
First of all, I would question the validity of how you got your Verizon cell phone.
That has nothing to do with the story, Rick.
First of all,
you're
if the government doesn't want something on the internet that they don't want to see, they don't want people to see, they're not going to put it on there. That's the problem. You can't trust the government because it's everything they say on TV or on the internet or in the newspapers are lies.
Just like you're saying, the internet's not this gravel 2-lane road. It is a million wide, and anything can be passed at any place to anyone, and any information can be available, whether it's right or wrong. My point is you guys are getting spoon-fed lies. And his name is Alex Jones. Stop listening to this guy!
I never get information from him, dude. He's not a reliable source. How would you even think that?
It's a joke, more or less. But the thing is
I don't trust that guy at all. I just think he's in it for the money.
I don't trust you or Mayhem or Rick from the people that are telling you these things. Because it's all hearsay when it comes down to it. Because you don't really know. Unless you see it in front of your face, right? And even if you say you saw it in front of your face, I still don't believe you. I need to see it.
Hey, do you believe in God?
No.
Because it's not in front of your face, huh?
Exactly. But no, you're incorporating government and religion. Those are two separate.
I'm incorporating faith. Belief.
Yeah, religion is derived upon faith.
God damn it.
You can believe
I don't believe in the
something.
government,
You can
so
believe
is
in
that a
something like
belief?
God, but I don't have to believe in. I don't have to believe or have my beliefs be bestowed or changed or manipulated by people that cannot present factual information to me. You call it a lack of common sense, Rick. I call it too much common sense.
Sometimes you're too smart for your own good.
Sometimes it's black and white.
Sometimes you don't know if the light's on or the light's off.
Sometimes you can't find them glasses. Look, we all have our beliefs, disbeliefs.
Well, I
You wanna
believe
know my
you got it
belief?
out for me.
You want to know my belief? My belief is that we won't see any eradication.
I believe that you only believe things that are in front of your face.
No, but we won't see any
And
eradication of our government.
That's pretty...
Ever. And our government's not going to put down martial law. We're not going to have to go to these Ku Klux Klan bases where we all sleep in
The
glass
government's
cells.
never put down martial law.
When's the last time it happened?
During the Boston Marathon. Those bombings, remember those?
National martial law.
National martial law. They could do it if they wanted to.
Verizon, there's a commercial going on right now. Only your government knows for sure. Oh my god.
Oh my god. You know what? The government might be.
Alright, you know what? You know what I really think? I think that you need to talk about something else, like A, getting the server going, B, maybe playing some COD later, and C, none of the above. Which one is it? Keep talking or get something done?
No, but we can continue on this conspiracy
thought.
train, okay? The government
It's just
owns
so
our cars. The government owns Apple. The government owns our electricity, and they can listen in.
They own everything. Period. End of story. They own everything.
They don't own everything.
They own the little ball hair on your little nutsack. They own us. Period.
So you want to move to Mexico?
No, I'm not moving anywhere, because anywhere you move, it's going to be the same fucking shit. The government says, what goes? You don't like it? Too fucking bad. Live with it or leave.
Without
Or be
law.
thrown in jail. One of the two.
without law.
I mean, without-
Without law, there's anarchy. You know what I want to know is why do you guys live in the greatest country in the world?
It is not the great. What makes it
Why
the
do you
greatest
guys
country?
live in the greatest country in the world and are just all about the
Hang on.
conspiracy?
Let's
Tell me a better
settle
country.
that. Okay, new
Canada?
topic. What makes you
Canada?
think this is the greatest country in the
You've
world?
never been anywhere else. How do you know that? Because of
You're
what
First of
you
all-
see on TV and what you hear in movies.
Really?
Listen, no. What makes you think this country is the greatest in the
What
world?
makes you think it's not?
Because he's too much on Ghost. He thinks that's
Because-
his world.
Because
You need to answer the questions instead of answering
because you
the
know
questions.
47 other countries have the exact same shit we have. So
A democratic
aren't they
state?
the greatest country in the world too?
No.
Yeah, they gotta be. No,
you gotta look
said we're
at
the greatest country in the
how-
world, so there's 47 plus other countries that
It's
have
a
the
new- it's a
exact
new-
same shit we
This
have.
isn't the 1920s. This is
No.
2014.
You have to look at how the governing bodies operate under what type of government, right? B, you have to look at the nation's GDP, right?
Mm-hmm.
3, you have to look at the density of the population. And then I think the fourth one, which probably should have been the first one, is the quality of life. Now, not everybody lives the same, I understand. And there's quite a few people that, have it hard. But
Quite a few people?
my point is those people that have it hard are living in a situation far superior than these other countries that are struggling.
And you know the 1%ers, the richest people in this country, have 60% of the money of this country? The 1% of the richest people in this country have almost 60% of the income in this country. Everybody else is pretty much poor.
And as if I were to add, your
60%
people,
Yes.
your population with the most money, those are your hardest workers. Okay? And they're not getting what they deserve.
There's... Okay, what do they deserve?
They deserve a better quality of life because they're not getting it. They got to pay for somebody else to live.
So, there's two things we can talk about here. There's the transition from poverty to low income, from low income to middle income to middle income to high income, right?
You realize there wouldn't be poverty or low income if we wouldn't have the fuckers at home on disability that don't have real disabilities just because their
watch it,
back
sucker.
aches, or because some nigger can't fucking get off his ass and fucking work, or some black bitch that can't fucking support her kids and has them anyway. Why the fuck is she having 17 fucking kids when she knows damn well she can't afford to
Because we
have
live in
them?
the greatest country on earth.
That's right.
Exactly.
We can buck the system.
The greatest country
I
on
want-
earth where we pay for other motherfuckers to live.
I want
And that is
you-
absolutely ridiculous. The most absurd thing, and people don't think about it hard enough. If people thought about it, be like, hey, guy, you make what? $100,000 a year? You realize how much money you spend on these fuckers that are sitting at home and make almost, $40,000 a year sitting at home doing nothing?
Do you
I've
know
got
the
people
other
now
day,
that make
I gotta
more than I
I gotta
do.
make a point with you, okay? The other day I was talking to two middle-aged black persons, male
Persons.
and
Fucking work
and
pieces of
politics
shit.
came up, and they says that they really would like to get all of the rich white people's money and split it up between the black people. And I says, well, what about Oprah Winfrey? And they says, well, she's black, she deserves more money. So why is it against the Caucasian against the black, or the black against the world? Because the France brought over the slaves. It wasn't the United States of America didn't bring them over. They were somewhere else before they got here.
Mm-hmm.
Look that up in Snopes.
What's Snopes?
I'm gonna Snopes you.
Okay. All you guys hating on the United States, you gotta go move somewhere else.
Yeah.
I want you in my country.
I don't want to be here. If I had the money to go and just move to Canada, I would.
You go live in Canada, good luck with their health care.
Well, at least we're not paying for some fucking nigger to sit on his ass and do nothing all day.
I don't know
that's-
if that's entirely true either. Yes.
Well,
They're
that
taxed.
needs
you
to
know what?
be... That,
you really have to really hardly convince me that it's not true.
okay. Black gentlemen that sit on their butts all day could be doing that for various reasons. Yes. Our, disability program and welfare assistance programs and all that stuff need to be
Yeah.
evaluated on a national scale. It's a challenge, and I'm sure our government's been working on that for a very long time.
We shouldn't have to work on it. They should be like, okay, well, we're not giving you any more money. Get off your ass and work. Period. There should be no, we need to figure out a better solution on how to pay these fuckers. No.
Can I give you
There's
a little bit
nothing
of an
to it.
example here? when I was
I
in
don't want to
Korea,
pay for somebody to sit on their ass. I don't sit on my ass. I work hard. I
You
don't
pay
fucking.
taxes. It doesn't matter where that money goes.
Where do you think that shit goes to? Seriously.
You hire officials to make those judgment calls. You don't make those judgment calls. You live
hold
in a
on, you
country
guys are not letting me finish.
has a democracy.
You're right. I
that
don't
makes
make
the
those
judgments.
judgment calls. They have control over your money and they decide where it goes. And
But I
they give
think
it
when
to
they
these
decide
fuckers.
where the
Why do you
money
think it's
goes,
all
they should
government?
let us know. We should be able to vote on
You don't have a choice upon that. The democracy of our government does, right? The democratic state.
Right.
They
and
vote
I think we
on these
shouldn't
things.
fucking do that.
Okay,
It's
but
dumb as
stop.
hell.
Making the right
Rick
decision.
wants to talk.
They need to do something. Back when I was in Korea, many moons ago, in order for someone to collect any government assistance, they would send this person or persons or whoever it
their home.
is out with a big basket and a large pair of 3-foot tongs. You know what a tong is, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I don't mean thong. They would send them out
Damn
there,
it.
and they would send them out there, and they says at the end of the day, you bring this big basket in so many times a day, then you'll get your money. So they made them work for that money, and it made the person feel good because he was out earning it. They
Okay.
couldn't earn it otherwise.
Gotcha. But back to what I'm saying, okay? Now,
Kurt, do you like paying for these fucking idiots sitting at home? Not doing any
that
work?
doesn't affect me either way. I'm gonna have to pay taxes if I were to pay taxes in the first
But you
place.
pay more because of that.
Okay.
You pay more than you should
Do
have
I-
to.
Okay, let me ask you this. As an employee of a company, okay? And I want you to be 100% truthful, and it's okay. It's okay to not be perfect. But every single minute of every single day that you're on the clock that you work, has it always been
Ugh.
productive for your company?
You want to ask me?
No, I'm
want me
not
to answer
asking
that
you, Rick.
question?
I'm asking man.
No, because I'll say
Has it been productive?
Has it been
It's
productive?
been productive for me, but I don't know about the company.
Exactly.
I don't know the company.
So let's bring it back to the
I
whole
don't know.
guy, the black guy sitting on
What
his
does
ass.
that have to do with them sitting at home doing nothing?
Should you
I'm
get
at work working?
Should you get paid a percentage based on your productivity percentage? Let's say you're productive
We already do.
80% of the time. That's bullshit. You get paid either hourly or salary, and that's what you get paid. But if I said, yeah, if you had to clock in and say, yeah, I was only
Times
productive
$6
60% of the time, and your weekly pay was $800, you would only get 60% of that 800, right? That would
Right.
suck, right? Now, let's go back to this whole black guy sitting on the couch. Well, he might be getting disability, right? And he probably doesn't deserve it at this point anymore either, right? But the problem is people become dependent or complacent on that income. Just like you do. Just like when you're at work and you don't want to do anything, so you make busy work, right? Well, it's just like that black guy sitting on the couch. He says, man, I know I should get a job, but I got this money. So it's like the government sets this thing up where it helps, but it also hurts.
Yeah, but why is he
Oh.
able to drink his 40-ouncer and get paid for it too?
Because he doesn't
Yeah, I
have a
want to sit
boss.
at home and drink my 40 ouncer.
His boss is Uncle Sam. I'm not defending that guy. I think it's wrong, and I think that these welfare systems or disability programs should have a cap, should have a time limit. Okay? But that's my point. My point is, you work, you get paid, you pay a certain percentage for your taxes, state and federal. You can choose to pay more or pay less. If you pay less, you owe money. If you pay more, you get a refund, right?
I pay less and get a refund.
So,
No, it's not. You pay less and get a refund. You
Pay
pay
more,
more and get a
yeah.
refund.
we knew what he said. We knew what he was saying.
No, I claimed myself all year last year, and I still got a refund. I didn't put anything in, other than what they take out automatically.
Well, Paul's adopted. Legally, I can't claim him, but I do.
So,
Well, that's nice to know.
yeah.
You didn't have to tell me. They didn't have to go that personal, but okay. Anyway,
It's fine.
keep going.
But no, look, our government has issues, okay? They're not perfect. But I think you guys are highly unhappy with something that doesn't dramatically affect your day-to-day.
Why are you so on this government kick to help pat the government on the back for when they really don't deserve it?
Okay, why don't they deserve it? Have we been overtaken by another country ever?
Because
Do you wake up every day and wonder if you're going to
get
get bombarded
Wait.
by some opposition force that's going to take over the place you live, the people you love? No.
I am so tired of being the top 1% and having to pay for the 52% that are sitting on the corners selling their crack and drinking their 40 ounces. Okay, I'm tired of that.
Amen.
It is.
I love seeing that money go hard to work. That's every time I see that, that's all I can think about, and it makes me sick. I really want to go up and stab motherfuckers for it. I really
think,
do.
I
I
think
deeply
somewhere
down
along the
feel
way,
like I should have the right to stab that bitch right in the face because she's doing nothing. I think, like you
I
said
think we should
earlier,
be able
it
to
should be.
take her out
I
for
first of
free.
all, honestly, I think we shouldn't have it at all. But if they can't get rid of it, because they won't get rid of it, and they should, but since they're not going to, like you said, they need to be time. They need to have a specific time. You know, no, okay, 3 months, you're cut off. So you better be looking for a fucking job within those 3 months. And if you don't have one, we're shutting you down. Too fucking bad.
there you go.
That's what it needs to be because, like you said, I know this, and it's hard to get a grasp on it. It's hard to let that go, and it's hard to see. But they're not going to get rid of it, unfortunately.
But they
Oh,
can
you have 4
always
kids,
provide
you're a
your
single
phone.
mother, you don't want to get off your ass and look for a job. Okay,
Oh.
well, you know what? We're giving you 3 months of pay, okay, for you guys to get by, take care of your kids. But
Okay,
within those
guys.
3 months, you need to be looking for a fucking job because we're cutting you off. This is how real we are. And you know what? And I think people would better themselves if someone actually tried to test the government on that, if they would stick up to people and say, we're cutting you off in 3 months. Period.
It's all got to do with a 4-letter word.
Free.
Vote.
You betcha. Because we actually do vote these people into the positions that they are held. And no, it's not fixed, and no, it's not rigged.
How do you
Mhm.
know that?
How do you disagree with that?
How do you know that? though?
Because
How do you
there's facts in the newspapers and there's articles in like fucking Money magazine and shit like that where they were saying that Mexicans and blacks were complaining because they were wondering where their money's at for voting on Obama. Obama was paying for these votes. And they were wondering where their money's at. It was all over CNN. It was all over every news station, every single paper. It was in the New York Times. What else was it? It was in another big one, the Boston. Was it is it the Boston Times?
Boston Herald, I think.
Oh, well, it was in there, and these fucking people were wondering where their money was, because they came to them and said, "Hey, we're gonna give you this much money if you vote for this fucking monkey. Okay, we're gonna do that for you. Okay, let's do it. Awesome, I'll vote for him. I don't give a shit." And now they're fucking bitching about it because they didn't get their money, and now he's wanting to do all this healthcare shit that they don't fucking want because they have to actually pay for it now. And now they're hurt.
No,
and
no,
now
they
I'm
don't,
loving
ma'am.
it
They don't have to
because-
pay for it. If you
Oh,
can't
you're right.
afford
They
it,
don't.
if you can't afford it, the government will pay for it. That's one of the stipulations.
That's a good
Oh my god,
stipulation.
you finished
And then
this
when they
campaign.
die, they take away all your money.
No, that's for reverse mortgage on the old folks.
Holy shit, this is a lot of stuff.
You want to know the beauty about the country we live in, though, guys? And let's just end the conversation with this.
Rocky
okay?
Mountains.
We live in a country where we can give our beliefs or disbeliefs in our government, in that we can speak about it whether we agree or disagree. If we lived in another country and they heard us talking bad about their government or their political leader, they
You
might
think
cut off
we're
a
the
toe.
only country that can do that?
No, but there are countries that.
Yeah, we're not talking third world countries where there's regimes like North Korea or China.
But is North?
What the fuck is that noise?
You're being recorded.
Oh my god, you're harvesting all this shit?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that'd take forever. Why?
Listen,
Takes about-
I
takes
just want to
about 6
thank you
hours.
guys for not allowing me to do what I'm supposed to do, and so now I'm abandoning the project altogether, and I'm going to restart tomorrow morning. So, with that being said, I'm going to get off the phone here. I'm going to switch it up and waste some more time. So, I hope you guys are happy.
I
See
wish
you
you
later.
would
Have a
waste.
good time.
I wish you would waste time around us instead of around your friends.
I don't know what to say to that, but you know,
It's so laggy over here.
I just need to
What are you talking about, laggy?
I need to concentrate.
There's so much shit going on.
Mayhem, don't leave. I gotta show you something, okay? I'm starting a new project.
Uh-huh.
What are
So,
you doing in my
I got-
house, boy?
I got
Boy,
about
it's not my
20
house.
pieces of nether to plant, and I'll be downstairs.
There is so much crap going on in this place, isn't there?
Where?
You know, I'm kind of surprised. I've never seen Rick actually go to town on this kind of stuff.
Well,
I'm sure he's got about 100 million now.
I got a
All
bet.
these damn cactuses fucking falling and shit.
He's got 27.
27 million. And he
Well-
gave money to some people, haven't you? Besides
yes.
me?
Yeah.
See? You would have probably about 50 million, probably.
I probably could have had that much, I think. Where you at?
That's ridiculous. At the very top of your cactus farm, jumping off the ledge.
Okay, come on down here. Right where KiRRaZy's at.
Where's Kerr at?
He's downstairs in the farm.
Which farm? There's like a million down here. Holy shit. Why is he in the ground? Why is he jumping, walking through shit?
Because he can. He's the owner.
He can
Mhm.
walk through things?
Yeah. Like, come on up here into this glass hallway now.
That shitty grin left.
What the hell? What's in here?
This is where we're gonna build our house.
Whose house?
Me and Morrow, we teamed up.
Hey, this looks pretty cool.
Morrow's got more money than I do now. He is now number 1. Walk around. I mean, this is the very start.
He's got a little like sitting area up here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, this cave goes pretty damn far.
Yeah, we're not gonna make it. You know, it's just immediate area. We're gonna build a house.
Yeah, it goes pretty damn far.
Anyhow, Rick, it's getting late for you, sorta, and
I have nothing pending tomorrow except for city inspections, so I just want to stay up all night and chat with you guys, if it's okay with you. I'm sure. I'm sure Mayhem will go along with us.
Whoa, what's down here? Oh wait, that's that room. Never
no,
mind.
a buddy of mine wants to play this one game mode and see if we can beat it.
Yeah, see, I'm telling you, it's your other friends that.
Oh, on Call of Duty Ghost Extinction. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Extinction's gay. I don't like it.
So what do you think, Mayhem?
It's pretty fucking big. Too big for me. I can't take it. Like, it's so big that it's dark. I can only see it like 10 blocks in front of me.
Really?
That's because you got bedrock fog on.
Ah, that don't bother me. I can see all the way from one end to the other.
Yeah.
How do I
can-
turn that shit off?
Hit escape, go to options, go to video settings, and then there's fog.
Off. There we go. Oh yeah, I can see everything now. Awesome.
Yeah.
It doesn't get dark or anything. You can see it all.
And then
I mean,
there's
I've been getting a
Yes.
little bit of help from my friends, but you know, it's kind of cool.
Tell you what, it's pretty fucking big.